In this video, I'm gonna be telling you how cold approaching girls made me successful with sales. Yeah, you heard that correctly. So talking to girls is what actually allowed me to have successful careers in sales and make tons of money doing it. So if you're anyone like myself, I was a super shy, introverted kid who had trouble talking to guys and forget about girls. I would get red in the face, wouldn't know what to say, and just completely struggled when I was younger. So it wasn't until I started doing self-improvement and challenging myself by breaking out of my comfort zone in every way, shape, and form, and one of those areas was girls. Talking to girls was something that I had to develop over time, and I started off with just cold approaching every girl I saw, no matter where I was. I wouldn't really go out of my way to do this, but if I was at the beach, at the gym, anywhere where I could see a pretty girl and want to talk to her, I would go up and introduce myself. And this is what actually allowed me to have a successful career in sales when I started off, because the first sales career I took, it was before any of my self-improvement. That career, I did not get a single sale in. And if you know anything about sales or not, there's this thing called objections, and it's basically when someone, doesn't want to buy. And then someone said an objection to me, I panicked and I hung up the phone. That's how bad at sales I was when I first started. So I had to take some time to develop myself, break out of my shell, be comfortable talking to people, dealing with the ups and downs and getting rejected. All these things were so essential for me to actually succeed in sales. And it all started with talking to girls, because that's usually the biggest thing that guys are afraid of, especially if you're like shy and introverted like I was as a kid. You're probably terrified of talking to girls. So overcoming this fear is what allowed me to actually have success with sales, because I no longer feared rejection. I could go up and talk to people and start small talk and actually be able to befriend them. These were all super important aspects for sales. And then it just came down to actually mastering the skill of sales and communication, which is something you're working on as well while you're cold approaching. But if you are in that stage where you're like shy, introverted, you don't know really how to have great conversations, the best thing you could do is get out and start talking to people, especially girls, especially doing the things that you're afraid to do the most, because soon you're gonna break down those limiting beliefs and you're gonna realize that it's not that scary at all. So this is what allowed me to actually start in sales, start getting better, and eventually now I'm having an amazing life, all because I focused on developing one essential skill of communication and just really sticking with it. So it all started though for me with cold approaching. So what I would recommend, if you're someone who wants to take on a sales career, you want to do high ticket sales, you want to make money traveling the world just from your phone or computer, the best thing you can do is just get out and start talking to everybody. Your communication skills are one of the most important things that you are going to develop. You got to realize that 90% of the things that you want in this life are going to come from communication, and improving it in every little way, shape, or form is only going to serve you and make your life better and easier. So a quick example is just like the change of one word. I was having a conversation with someone and I was trying to convince them to do something, and they weren't doing it with the wording I was using, but I changed one word in the sentence and restated it, and then they complied. That is how important communication is. The language you use, the words you choose to use is super important. And this is like very advanced things. But first it just comes down to, breaking down those limiting beliefs, getting out there, talking to people, getting comfortable being social, breaking down any social anxiety you have. And these are the things that are going to really allow you to excel in sales. If you are still someone who's shy, introverted, you're nervous to talk to people, having and taking on a sales career is going to be a very difficult task for you. You have a lot of work to do. But if you've already developed the baseline of social skills, which is like 80% of sales, then you're so much further ahead. And now you just got to actually learn the sales techniques and how to overcome objections, how to present things in the right way, how to persuade and influence. But these are things that are going to come with time. You're not going to just naturally learn it right overnight, but you got to get some repetitions in and actually take on a sales career. But the whole point is, you're not going to succeed in that sales career if you're struggling socially. So the first thing you want to do if you want to have a sales career is get comfortable being social, really being good at talking to people, being able to befriend anybody. These are essential skills, and doing it in person is one of the best ways. Being on Zoom calls and all this stuff, it's going to be 10 times easier. So if you can do it in person, you can do it over the phone and on Zoom calls. So basically, if you're someone who wants to get into sales, I highly recommend that you go out and talk to people, especially girls. If you're scared of talking to girls, that is gonna cause you the most growth and really allow you to get over that fear of rejection, start learning how to quickly befriend people, having small talk, doing all these things. These are all things that are gonna really help you out in the long run. So get out there, start talking to people, start talking to girls if you're nervous to do that, and this is gonna help you so much in your sales career. All right, that's all for today's video. If this provides you with any value, go ahead and subscribe. On this channel, I'm gonna be teaching you everything you need to know in order to succeed in life. It's a life maxing, and the way that I teach of making money is gonna be using sales, high ticket sales specifically. And I'm also gonna teach you everything else that you need to know, whether you wanna improve your mindset, discipline, you wanna have the physique of your dreams, whether you wanna get girls, whatever it is, I'm always gonna be dropping all my knowledge on this channel and teaching you how you can live your best life. All right, so that's all for today. See you guys in the next video.